Student loan debt forgiveness. Man, who would have thought this would have created such a heated debate? So allow me to clear the air and explain this. Number one, I think this is the most racist thing I've seen government do in my lifetime. So the group that benefits the most from this are the middle upper class white young people. And they also are the reason this is a political thing, because that group, middle upper class white young people, are all Democrats. Most of them favor socialism, which proves the point that their education made them dumber. But that aside, it's also really bad for the economy. I find it interesting that Joe Biden signs the Inflation Reduction Act, which promises to reduce the budget deficit, and then a week later announces this thing, which will completely eliminate any chance for a budget deficit. So that's the way that works. As far as inflation goes, if it touches inflation, it will make prices go higher. And remember the capitalistic principles here. You're pouring money out there, which creates demand, but there's nothing happening to increase supply. So prices will go up. Just the way it rolls. Now, this also is a very good idea for a lot of students. I would estimate over half of these that have the loans. And here's why. These students are victims of one of the most heinous, awful, incredible financial scams in our nation's history. It was perpetrated and authored by our benevolent federal government. You see, they own all the loans. They make money off the loans. They set the interest rates. It is an incredible scam. It goes way beyond what Bernie Madoff did or all the Ponzi schemes you've heard about. I mean, it's criminal. It's immoral. People should go to jail. That will never happen, though, because it's made up by bureaucrats who, to the Democrats, these are people holier than God. They're unelected, unaccountable, so nothing's going to happen. Here's the way the scam works. Many good-hearted students who couldn't afford it for their education, they were given these loans, and here's the promise that was made. Number one, they won't have to pay a penny while they're going to school. When they get out of school, they'll be able to make income-based payments so that when they graduate, get the job at the hot dog stand, they won't be crushed by these payments. What they were not told is what the interest rate would be. They were not told that interest would pile up while they were making these income-based payments. And that's why most of these students today, they literally owe more money now than the total amount was for the original loans because of interest. Many of these students, this $10,000 will not even pay their interest. If you're one of those saying, oh, this is not fair, you know, I worked 2 jobs to help get my kids through school without these federal loans. Listen, man, it's not about fairness. You were wise. You have saved your kids from the slavery and being owned by the federal government. Listen, these kids who are in debt up to their eyeballs, they'll be paying this every day the rest of their lives. And if they die at 95 years old, many of these loans can be transferred to other family members. And if you go bankrupt, you can't include these loans in that. It's a scam like no other. And the profit goes to the federal government. I want Democrats to answer that one. They hate profit so much, yet this may be the best profit scheme ever for the government. Now, here's what a better solution would be. Eliminate the Department of Education. Use that $70 billion a year to pay off these loans. Of course, that's not going to happen. So let me give you a better idea. Now, this one you're going to have to read. So go to my website. And by the way, this is a genius idea. I really believe that. It highlights individual responsibility, holds accountable the government and universities, and it doesn't use 1 penny of taxpayer money. Go to my website, uobilly.com or universityofbilly.com. Go to the extras page. I think I put the link down in the description. It's less than 2 pages, a PDF document. Read it. I'd love to hear what you think.